Exactly 2 years ago, I posted my first YouTube video breaking down the 5 best young up-and-coming NBA teams. And the team I ranked number 1, the Oklahoma City Thunder, went on to win the NBA championship the very next season. That list also included the Indiana Pacers, who made the NBA Finals. So today I'm back with the video about contenders and pretenders. Who are the real favorites to win the 2025-26 NBA championship and which teams realistically have no shot? I've broken down every team in each conference into tiers, and at the end of the video I'll give you my predictions for who will reach the conference finals and who will ultimately win the title. Let's start in the East. Tier 5. Rebuilding, no playoff hope. These are the teams with very little chance of even making the playoffs. We start with Washington Wizards. Not good. Washington has some intriguing young pieces, Kayshawn George and 2 promising French prospects, Alex Sarr and Bilal Coulibaly, and they lack a true franchise superstar. You have to feel it for the Washington fans. The last time they were good was when Michael Jordan played for them at the end of his career. Brooklyn Nets and Charlotte Hornets. Their combined record sits at 21 wins and 42 losses. Brooklyn's best player is Michael Porter Jr., having a career year at 25 points per game, but his supporting cast simply isn't strong enough to make real noise. Brooklyn possibly needs a Russian billionaire to buy them again, as it happened in 2010 when Prokhorov not only bought the team, but also bought such superstars as Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Charlotte revolves around LaMelo Ball, who unfortunately can never stay healthy. They do have solid contributors in Miles Bridges, Brandon Miller and rookie shooter Con Knoppel, but the front court is weak, and overall the roster lacks top-end punch. Another team that cannot leave Eastern Conference purgatory with or without Michael Jordan owning them. Indiana Pacers. Yes, this is the team that went to the NBA Finals last year, but their season collapsed the moment Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles in Game 7 of the Finals. Once it became clear he'd missed the entire season, Indiana traded away Miles Turner. Pascal Siakam is still there and putting up respectable 24.7 rebounds, 4 assists per game, but it's nowhere near enough. Tier 4. Play-in level teams. Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta could be Tier 3 if healthy. Trae Young missed 22 games, Kristaps Porzingis has barely been available. Right now their best player is actually Jalen Johnson, averaging 24, 10 and 8. And with Okongwu in the middle, the talent is there, but it just hasn't clicked yet. Chicago Bulls. Led by walking triple-double Josh Giddey and ultra-consistent Nikola Vucevic, Chicago started hot, but quickly fell back into mediocrity, which unfortunately has been the case for this proud franchise for the last decade. Tier 3. Dangerous but not true contenders. 6 teams here that could absolutely beat each other in a playoff series. Boston Celtics. After Jason Tatum tore his Achilles, most people expected Boston to tank. They didn't. Led by Jaylen Brown and Derek White, and with Peyton Pritchard having a breakout year at 16-4-5, Boston is still competitive, just not finals material. Toronto Raptors. The only Canadian team in the NBA is led by Canadian Scottie Barnes, which is one of the most versatile forwards in the NBA. But the supporting cast lacks true superstar power. Maybe time to get Kawhi Leonard back for another run at the title as in 2019. Philadelphia 76ers. This team lives and dies by health. Tyrese Maxey, a new superstar in the league, is averaging 31 points per game. But veteran superstars Joel Embiid and Paul George simply can't stay on the floor together long enough. Orlando Magic. Paulo Banchero, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs and now Desmond Bane, but injuries have stalled their leap. Miami Heat. No true superstar, with Bam Adebayo being the closest they have. Solid, gritty, but limited ceiling. Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo missed most of December and Milwaukee sits at 14 wins and 20 losses, but he is still the kind of player who can drag a team through 2 playoff rounds by himself. No wonder he has the nickname Greek Freak. Tier 2. Legit contenders. Detroit Pistons. Yes, the Pistons. The team that was last in the East just 2 years ago. Cade Cunningham is averaging 26 and 10, and Jalen Duren has exploded, and the roster is deep, athletic, and confident. Cleveland Cavaliers. Injuries have slowed them down, but when healthy, Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen are still a nightmare matchup. In Tier 1, I have New York Knicks, the favorite. The clear favorite to come out of the East. MSG will be rocking this summer. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, who never missed a game in his 9-year NBA career, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Jordan Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson. They have scoring, defense, depth, and playoff toughness. Everything you need to win. And now the only question is, who are they going to meet in the NBA Finals? We'll find out when I break down the Western Conference tiers next. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. And now let's move to the Western Conference. First thing first, the West is much stronger than the East this year. Every Tier 5 team in the West would probably be a playoff team in the East. In Tier 5, good teams, bad situations, I have Utah Jazz. Utah is led by third-year guard Keontae George, who is posting career highs across the board, and sharpshooting Finnish forward Lauri Markkanen. Unfortunately, their season took a major hit when their young anchor Walker Kessler suffered a shoulder injury and was ruled out for the year. New Orleans Pelicans. No team has been more unlucky with injuries. They traded Anthony Davis, they drafted Zion Williamson, and now DeJounte Murray is out with a torn Achilles. At the moment, their best player is Trey Murphy, averaging 20 points and 6 rebounds, but the overall talent just isn't good enough to push them into playoff territory. Sacramento Kings. The Kings fall here due to Domantas Sabonis being out. They still have veterans DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and even Russell Westbrook. But despite all that experience, Sacramento simply can't escape mediocrity this season. Tier 4. Play-in territory. Memphis Grizzlies. Led by Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant, who has once again missed large chunks of the season, rookie guard Cedric Howard has been a nice surprise, but injury to second-year center Zach Edey limits their ceiling. Portland Trail Blazers, a very solid team with no true superstar, featuring Danny Avdija, Shaedon Sharpe, and rookie big man Donovan Clingan. Los Angeles Clippers. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are still producing. Ivica Zubac is still steady in the middle, and while they're underperformed, I still expect the Clippers to be better than their current record and make some noise in the postseason, but they're again a forgotten team in Los Angeles. Tier 3. Dangerous outsiders. Phoenix Suns. After losing Durant and Beal, I expected a down year, but Devin Booker has led them to a surprising 19 wins and 14 losses record. Veteran signing Dillon Brooks is quietly averaging a career high 21.8 points per game. Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, still legendary, but now 37, 36, and 35 years old. Without a strong supporting cast, they're hovering around 500. Dallas Mavericks. Once Kyrie Irving returns, and if Anthony Davis stays healthy, always a big if, number 1 overall pick Cooper Flag and experienced Klay Thompson could make Dallas the team nobody wants to face in the playoffs. Tier 2. Legit title threats. San Antonio Spurs. Everything revolves around Victor Wembanyama. Add De'Aaron Fox and the breakout of 21-year-old Stephen Castle. And this team is terrifying when healthy and already beat NBA champions Oklahoma City Thunder 3 times this season and overpowered the Knicks. Denver Nuggets. As long as Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray are there, Denver can beat anyone. Los Angeles Lakers. With Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and now Austin Reeves, the Lakers have elite offense, but their defense is questionable. Minnesota Timberwolves. With Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, and Jaden McDaniels, Minnesota has everything needed for a deep playoff run. Houston Rockets. Adding NBA legend Kevin Durant to a rising core of Alperen Sengun and Amen Thompson make the Rockets extremely dangerous, especially if veteran point guard Fred VanVleet returns healthy. Tier 1. The clear favorite, Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champs, led by league MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, with Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, and the deepest bench in the NBA. They're my pick to repeat as champions. Final predictions. Knicks over Cavaliers in the East, Thunder over Spurs in the West. Oklahoma City defeats New York in 7 games to win back-to-back titles. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop your predictions in the comments, and let's see who is right in 6 months.